book was very successful. Can you talk about how you adapted it? Because I got the feeling it was kind of a tough go.
It was Annika Belander, the producer. You are here? Are you here? There? Shooting? Yeah. Hello? We had this meeting, and she said, Hannes, do you want to do A Man Called Ove? And at that time, it was a Swedish bestseller novel. And as being a kind of normal, intelligent director, I said no. Because taking a very popular novel onto the screen, it's not easy. So I said no. But I kept the free copy, and I read it, and yeah, it was a free copy, you read it. And the next morning I was crying in my bed, and I called Annika, and yes, I think I want to do it, because it's kind of a classical story with this grumpy old man. It's a kind of archetype, and meeting this young woman, that's also, we have seen it before, but it was something in the book that really moved me, and it was how he become a grumpy old man, and how to explain that. And that was thinking of my parents when they were in love, and when they were so happy before having us children. To show that on film. So therefore I started to write the script, and I think to do the best kind of thing to when you take a popular book up on the screen is you have to steal the story from the book. So when I realized that, I'm going to write my version of this novel, then I was revealed and relieved, and I just wrote it in 2 months, I think.
And how did it go over with the author of the book? Or did he have nothing to say about it?
That grumpy kind of man, Fredrik Backman, I've heard of him. We had this one meeting, and he said, Hannes, I don't know anything about filmmaking or screenwriting. Please write the script. And I did it, and then I mailed him the script. The next day after I got his mail, I was pretty nervous. So I think I waited until the afternoon, and like that, and I couldn't see anything. I went on the screen, and it was just one word. It was yes. So and then he gave us a lot of responsibility, I think. And then he saw a kind of first editing with Annika, and the next day after, yes. So that was a nice collaboration in a way.
You two have never worked together before. That seems remarkable to me. Maybe we could, because it's such an intimate, two-handed performance.
First of all, it has to do with a director that create an atmosphere of working, and also cast two people that really connect to each other. And then it has to do with an elevator. Because we met for the first time in an elevator, which is a very strange place to meet, at least in Sweden.
Very small elevator.
Yeah.
It was.
I mean, we met before the shoot. Nobody know that this was going on, that it's going to be a film. But I met in an elevator at the Dramatic Theatre in Stockholm 3 girls who was laughing and talking and ask, what are you laughing about?
Yes, you did like Ove. It was like, what are you laughing about? And we was like, we are laughing because we are having birthday. One of us have birthday that day, and one of us was birthday next day, and one of us was Friday, and we was happy about that because all of us was the sign of Aries. And then he says, it's my birthday on Saturday, I remember. So we was just jumping up, and it was like, yes, 4 Aries in the elevator.
In the elevator.
Yeah, it's true.
So that started the whole thing.
Huh.
Yeah.
So when I connected this the two actors together, They came to the office, and you looked at each other and you smiled and you hugged each other. Oh, hello again, hello! And oh, do you know each other? No. And you were just hugging like that because of this elevator scene.
There were so many beautiful little touches. I mean, some of them are over, closing the door on the reporter in the garage, things like that.
No, actually, that situation is from the book, that he closes the door, but that doesn't make it easier because it's one way to read it and one way to do it. But I think we found a way to do it because it was connected to the scene afterwards when they take this long walk and in kind of way find each other for the first time, when he also smiles for the first time. So it was pretty safe to do it. Just bang the door in front of her. It's like a dream for everybody that are connected to journalists. Excuse me.
Is there anything in the book that didn't make it to the movie that you maybe wish could have, but had to be cut due to time constraints, maybe?
If anybody here going to adapt a novel into a screenplay, it's the first rule. Start the film exactly as in the book because of you aggressive book lovers. You become a bit calm then. Now I recognize this and so on. But we didn't. In the first chapter in the book is Ove going into this store. He wants to buy a laptop or iPad or exactly. He's being presented by iPads and laptops, and Ove just asks, "Is it a computer?" It's an iPad, but it's iPad is an iPad, and you have the conflict. But it's so, in a way, I as a director, I thought that these electrical devices they become so old, so fast. So I was kind of irritated that our film, A Man Called Ove, would be dated so quick in the first scene. This film must be iPad. Ages, come on. So I changed it into this bargain, take two, buy for one. So it's classical bargain we will ever have. Yeah. Yeah, and then in the end we took the film a bit further. You met Sonja in that. Yeah.
Where did you find the cat?
Where did you find the cat? The cat question has come up.
The cat is two cats. So, which are very similar to each other, and one of the cats doesn't move. It never moves. You can't get it to move in any way. I mean, it's the cat Ove has when she's driving out the car, and I have him here, and I'm screaming like hell. The cat just...
Also, in this scene that I come in the room and you are lying
Dead,
when you are dead,
yeah.
the cat don't move. And I come in, I say to Hannes, should I cuss out the cat? But I know if I don't know, Parvani could do that actually, just go away. I want to be alone with Ove. But then I thought that maybe people is not going to like me because in Sweden we love animals very much. So and yeah, it didn't move, and we was just laying there.
But the other cat was called Magic, and it was really magic. It really moved, and you could keep it in your arms for maybe 10 seconds, and then it wanted to move. Yeah.
And we as Rolf said, they were so similar, Magic and Orlando. So we took the wrong cat sometimes, and I don't know if you have the bruises on your... No, okay, it was some blood there, but yeah.
Do you know about the cat's future
It's a
projects?
good way to have magic in your arms. It gets the actor to speak a little bit faster because of...
Can I ask a couple? Probably people in the audience know this stuff. But is Ove's attachment to the Saab something that everyone in Sweden agrees with, or is it just his eccentricity?
About the car, I think that is something that really existed. I mean, we had two big car companies, Saab or Volvo. It was like, for me, you have to choose between the Rolling Stones and the Beatles, and you couldn't use the both of them. And of course, it's a good choice from the author who really gave over the car that's not such a big success in the end.
So the script, Hannes, took 2 months, and then you shot for 40 days. Editing, cutting, how long was that?
Annika, it was like 2 months editing.
Yeah, like I think we edited for 17 weeks, but you and your editor laid in like 10 more weeks edit 24/7. So you've been working a lot of free time, to be honest.
Time is so strange when you write stories. It's like you have to pause sometimes and so on. And I think we had this pause, and I came home after being abroad for a week or two, and my editor came down to me, and I have a really small room. It's very small, and did you take your dog? Yes, okay. And I had my dog, and then my agent came, and we were 3 men in the room with the 2 dogs, and it was raining, and you wouldn't have that smell, sitting. But we sat there for 3 days, and we did, I think, many magical things during those 3 days. But it wasn't those 3 days. It was the pause in between, and you have to reflect. You have to wait. You have to. So it's very strange to talk about how quick you are and not quick. You can be very quick and write a script in 2 months, but in a way it will take you 1 year. But you're not sitting by the computer in a way. So it's
yes. So this is a very remarkable scene when you're together teaching, learning to drive. And the scene was, you stop in there and you say, and you came from Persia, you did all the stuff. So in the context of Sweden, what did that scene actually mean? Did it mean the scene between someone who basically emigrated, that was the story, to Sweden? Did it mean a lot to the Persian community? Did it have a larger political message? What was the...
Yes, it have make it different. Really, in the Swedish society, the film have been very, very important for who we represent, how we do the representation in film, and I think it's the same here. The differences between the immigrants, they are for themselves, and the Swedish people are for themselves. For the assimilation, it have been very important. Much more important I think the film have been much more important for them than for me personally, So yes.
I think also that the film doesn't take this as a subject that it's about a meeting, because the Swedish tradition is very much to make it in from the government. I mean, we take a lot of immigrations to let a lot of people inside the country, and the government try to handle it. But the problem is the ordinary life meetings, and that I feel that this film had been so strong, because it don't say anything. It just happens, like Bahar said. Couldn't you read Swedish signs? But this is a real meeting between 2 cultures that nobody of them care about it. They meet in a real way, and that I think is the new thing for Swedish people, because that is the problem in Sweden.
I feel as though in the film it was so wonderful, the way that you can embrace a new culture, whereas in America at this present time it feels like that's not you know, the way that things are going. I'm wondering if you could tell me more about like what inspired you to build the characters that can do that, and you know how you think that that makes things different in Sweden versus in America at the moment.
It's not. Don't be embarrassed. We have Trumps in Sweden as well. And but the special thing with Sweden is our Trumps. The name of the party is the Swedish Democrats. It's very the other way around. But a funny thing happened about our Trumps. I don't know, some weeks after the opening night, and maybe you can tell.
Yeah, the press secretary for that party. That's called Swedish Democrats, was writing in Twitter about us and the film, and also about the character Parvane. And he wrote that I liked it a lot, and it was not a stereotype that I liked a lot. So you know, then I get a lot of followers from that party, you know, in Twitter, and I was like, what should I do? How can I handle this? I cannot handle this. What should I do? Then I realized that really what people need in Sweden is to meet each other. I mean, it's a cliche, but it's true, because we have like the communities, like I told before, for themselves, and in the film and everything, we don't see any representation. We don't see people like me in the film. I think you have the same problem in here, all over the world. So it's just like meet each other. I mean, so that's why I felt from them also that they have this behov, what you call it? Need, you know, to see. But it's a big question. Your question is a big question, because it's actually 2 or 3 things together. One is in the film. There we had, I think if you would write a script, I don't think you could do Parvane like that. But I know that Fredrik is married to a Persian girl, so he could like handle the
author.
Yeah, and it's also very hard that you write a character's backgrounds from she's from Iran. It's very hard, because how can I handle it? If I do it bad, the Iranian will like jump on me on the street.
Yeah, you were so angry when we worked together.
Yeah,
I remember when we would have the scene when you come with the person food to Ove. It's a scene, you know, remember it?
The food. Yeah.
And it's like when the second generation immigrants now are moving into this very Swedish neighbors, this semi-attached house of which Sweden is flooded out. You really don't do that. You really don't take your food to your neighbor and, hey, you want to have some food. You did it in the 50s and 60s, but second generation immigrants don't know it. So we had that scene, and
I mean, my mother, she does that all the time, and
Yeah.
I think it's so embarrassing. And I'm like, you're in Sweden, and on the summers when she's grilling, and she's like, oh, we should maybe go with the grill to. I'm not, no, you're not taking the meat to another person's house. You just don't do that in Sweden.
You were so concerned about what the food would look like.
Yeah, because it's everything hangs together. You cannot just have one person there and think, now we have done it. I mean, it must be now, in the book, it is that she's from Iran, then we must do it right, you know. And I think maybe if that's what for 5 or 10 years ago, it would be like a whitewash, I think. You know what it is? Whitewashing? Yeah. I think it wouldn't be so strange to whitewash this character.
So the film is, I don't know if everyone knows, the Swedish submission for the Foreign Film Oscar, which is a big deal. And I was saying it's the kind of film that actually wins foreign film Oscars. I mean, seriously speaking.
For me as a director, it's fantastic. I don't know if I'm so good in competitions. I love to direct and I love to write screenplays. So for me, it's a big, gigantic bonus. Of the first day when I started to write, sitting here watching all you lovely people. I couldn't imagine that an old Swedish grump man would take me here. Sometimes old grump man surprises you.
But thank you, everyone. Thanks to our guests.
Thank you.